Ugh. Hi, it's me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm gonna talk about this thing that, it happens, but no. Today I'm gonna talk about, what's the unlikeness between Dean Ambrose and Jon Moxley? There truly is no unlikeness between both of those cells or selfhoods. Is that Jon Moxley curses more than Dean Ambrose does, but at the end of the day, they both behave the same way, they both wrestle the same way, they both, behave like they're not right in the head, you know? And I know that AEW followers, out there are gonna say, oh, he's the shit. But keep in mind, these were the same folks that were scathing him and bitching about him and saying shit about him when he was in WWE. I know they're all going to say, oh, but he's the AEW heavyweight winner. WWE never did that. Wrong. Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley, whatever you want to call him, was a former WWE heavyweight winner. So it's not like he never won a big one before. So anyway, beyond that, there's going to be a lot of folks out there saying, oh, don't call him Dean Ambrose. That's his full name. That was his bondage name. Or some kind of shit like that. Or something. So, what's the unlikeness between Dean Ambrose and Jon Moxley? Really, at the end of the day, there is no unlikeness between Jon Moxley and Dean Ambrose except I go fuck and shit. So really the only unlikeness between Dean Ambrose and Jon Moxley is you curse all the time? That's not much of an unlikeness. That would be like saying, oh, the only unlike that is not much of an unlikeness. But that would be like saying the differences between. That'd be like saying, oh, you want to know the unlikeness between Stunning Steve Austin, Ringmaster Steve Austin, and Stone Cold Steve Austin is that none of them but one's got no hair. Yeah, I guess that would be the way to put it, if you want to put it that way. But you do have to say you wrestle the same way, you talk the same way. Hell, you even probably won AEW heavyweight winnings the same way you won the WWE heavyweight winnings. Let's be earnest about it. The only other unlikeness between Dean Ambrose and Jon Moxley is Dean Ambrose is owned by WWE and Jon Moxley was made by you. Owned by you, Jonathan Good. Yeah, you're right. So you know my true name then. You know my true name isn't Dean Ambrose or Jon Moxley. You know that. Yeah. So, a lot of folks out there are going to say, oh, there's a lot of unlikeness between Dean Ambrose and Jon Moxley. Yeah, at the end of the day, the only unlikeness that someone says he curses a lot. That he says fuck this and shit that. Which doesn't really make Dean Ambrose or Jon Moxley that wise. They say if you're saying things like that, they say you're not wise enough to have anything good to talk about. That you're not really that wise in the head to come up with anything good things to say. More like they're steadholders for something. But I'm not going to here to talk about if Jon Moxley, if the big unlikeness between Jon Moxley and Dean Ambrose is the cursing. Because I don't know. You know? So anyway, yeah. But they both behave like they're crazy folk. So yeah, that's another thing they got the same. They both behave the same way. Yeah, I'm a crazy man. Yeah, you said that when you were Dean Ambrose. Now you're saying that when you're Jon Moxley. So at the end of the day, there really isn't much of an unlikeness between the two, right? I guess so. You know? Yeah, so let's be earnest about that. there really isn't much of an unlikeness between Dean Ambrose and Jon Moxley. And I know some AEW followers out there might get mad at me and say, oh, there is an unlikeness between Dean Ambrose and Jon Moxley. Don't call him Dean Ambrose. That was his full name. That was his bondage name. Well, actually, Dean Ambrose and Jon Moxley are the same selfhood. You know, yeah, we talk the same, we wrestle the same, we behave the same way. Yeah, we won the WWE heavyweight winnings and AEW heavyweight winnings the same way. So, doesn't really care who you call me. You know, same man, same selfhood. So I know that there's going to be some AEW follower out there that's going to be mad. You know, well, some AEW followers will be mad, put it that way, who are going to be all irked and saying, there's a big unlikeness between Dean Ambrose and Jon Moxley. And what's the unlikeness? Well, from Saga and Tale, as I always keep saying, and it'll be the last time I'll say this before I end this film, is that they say that Jon Moxley curses a lot. That he's either saying fuck this and shit that. And that's not really much of an unlikeness between, you know, between Dean Ambrose and Jon Moxley, if you gotta say one is saying curse words and the other one is not. You know? So, that's about it. And they saying, oh, he's hard midway. Well, always keep in mind, he was hard midway when he was in WWE as well, being in AEW. Hell, he won the TWF hard midway winnings many times. So that whole thing, that's not a big unlikeness, because Dean Ambrose and Jon Moxley were hard midway too. Anyway, that's it. I'm Jordan Long, and I hope you like this film.